Hey guys, Ghost Store 38 here. Today I'm bringing you my issue 3 review of Conan Serpent War. I'm curious to kind of see how you're seeing this early. It turns out when I went to pick this up in my pull list, the guy that handles the comics, he knows me and I know him. He talked a little bit. He's like, hey, it's supposed to come out tomorrow, but since you're here, I'm just going to give it to you today. So I'm like, cool. So I got this issue early, thanks to the guy at my comic shop. So I just wanted to show you guys and give you a review. I'd say the cover's really nice. The artwork and the team continue to do a good job people making this book. The writer is Jim Zub. The artist is Luca Pizzari. I hope I pronounced that right. Frank D'Armata is the colorist. Vanessa Del Rey is the artist on the James Allison sequence. Jean-Francois Bellevue is the colorist in the James Allison sequences, and VC's Travis Lindham is the letterer. There's an ad here for a Dark Agnes comic series coming out. Robert E. Howard's Deadly Mercenary in her first solo comic series, February 2020. Becky Clunan, I'll probably say that right, and Luca Pizzari is the artist. So far, Luca's art is really good on this book, so I'm pretty sure the other one is going to be just as good. I just hope the writing holds up, unlike the Age of Conan books. Chapter 3 is called The Faithful and the Fallen. Mark Spector, the Moon Knight, Solomon Kane, the Paladin, Agnes, the Fighter, and Conan the Adventurer. Across time, these four warriors were observed by James Allison, a bedridden invalid with the unique ability to see his heroic past lives. James, guided by a mysterious and powerful force, transported Agnes to Conan's side in the ancient Hyborian Age and Moon Knight to Solomon Kane in 1500s Europe. They were then tasked with destroying relics of magical power in an effort to weaken the serpent god Set. As the heroes face off against Set's fanatical followers, little do they realize that they and James are being manipulated by the Worm, an entity with a secret agenda all its own. How will the heroes fare? Let's see. Our book opens up with Conan and Agnes setting a trap for Set's followers, being given guidance by the Golden Mask that James Allison is talking through, or speaking to them through, and which also the Worm is talking to him as well. Across many lifetimes I have lived, I have seen many ages of men and ages of beasts, and yet among them all the Hyborian age stands out. What do you believe makes it so different, James? Pretty much they have a conversation back and forth about it, while the heroes set for a trap. A nice double-page spread of Agnes and Conan going after Set's followers. Meanwhile, there's the monologue still going back and forth between them while the action is going on. Conan and Agnes have caught up with the caravan, and we find out what contains inside it. It's their leaders' hearts. And then immediately it's like, nope, we're going to destroy it. So it's Conan's thought process. I thought this was pretty funny. Here they are all sitting there around a circle. Hearts are destroyed, and they all poof. Yeah, I said that. They all poof. It's like, gone. Agnes' thought process is like, we could have used it, you idiot. What are you doing? It's like, we're not merchants. Besides, we need to keep moving, and it'll just slow us down. They keep going while across other space and time, the head, that was James Allison, is kind of talking to them, Moon Knight and Kane as well. Again, Kane doesn't really like Moon Knight all that much, but they are kind of stuck working together. And then also the dialogue that was used by the Mask. Oh wait, no, never mind. That's in the next page. And the head of James Allison is talking to Kane. Moon Knight's being a little bit iffy about the whole thing, and Alan's just trying to get them along. Kane is like, Well then, Rotten, what do you expect us to fight, a hellspawn deity? Then dutiful paladin, our face will be tested. More riddles if God's will isn't served by these ends, I'll find your real body wherever it lies and flay you for your heresy. Did they teach you flaying in Puritan school? No jokes, pagan, my patience runs thin. While Moon Knight's being a little bit introspective because he's tried talking to Khonshu during this whole adventure and Khonshu hasn't said a word to him. Whereas the next page, the mask is pretty much giving them the same dialogue, and Agnes is having the same crisis or personal thoughts. She tries to bicker with Conan. It doesn't. He ain't flying with it. The worm, or whoever, this unseen presence, makes a reference to the worm. Is like the worm, where have I? And then it says focus here. The snake is our enemy, and the worm is the reference to if you read the Conan Serpent War issue 0, True Believers. This talks about, or this makes more aware of what's going on. 1980. Rest in peace, Stan. And my triumph was close to hand. Nice art. Art's great as usual. Meanwhile, it kind of cuts back and forth. Conan and Agnes's fight. Conan and Agnes's fight to Cain and Moon Knight, so it's simultaneous. Conan and Cain are having some trouble here. Then Conan gets poisoned by the lady that you met in issue 2 that I did a review on. The barbarian lays dying, great sat. I shall sacrifice him for your glory. Not yet. And this presence is continuing to talk to Allison, and that finally leaves him. And he realizes he's been played. Oh God, it's gone. My mind is clear. It used me to build the kingdom of the worm. So he realized he's been had. And he thinks he's getting talked to Khonshu finally after all this time. He's like, boss? He's like, listen carefully and follow my command. Place the bracelet on your wits. No, that's crazy. It's a trick. If you do not, we will fail. Destroy the bracelet, Moon Man, as he fights off the slaves, the demons. We have come undone. This is the only way I understand. And then he gets trapped now too. Whereas after Allison's gone, as you can see, we were all used. All of us were played in some way. And then he gets taken to either the past or maybe somewhere else. I don't know, because he ends up in Egypt. And he's like, another dream? This is no dream, Mark Spector. Welcome to the true war. As we see Khonshu, the god, trapped in the coils of the snake Set. And there's Conan. I don't know if that's just him back in his own timeline, or if he's there somewhere. I don't know. And of course it ends. Here's another prose story, the Get of Garm. Still have to catch up reading this part. Then I'll be... For upcoming and available prose stories from Perilous Worlds, visit www.perilousworlds.com. Okay, and then here's the cover of issue 4. I want to say this comes out later this month, or towards the end of the month. Serpent War number 3, March 2020. That's weird because it's here in January, unless... Weird. But yeah. Anyway, the artwork is lovely as always. What more is there to say about the book? Me personally, I've been enjoying this a lot. This is not something meant really for kids. There is a bit of blood and gore. Of course, you see the snake's head getting blown off. Monsters being disemboweled. Not, to such a gory extent. There's the bracelet. People getting killed. There's blood here. Gore. So yeah. Even says on the price tag, parental advisory. Anyway, I like this series a lot so far. I'll be curious to see where the book goes from here. And yeah, I honestly hope it's kind of cool if they all finally see each other at the end of the book, instead of it just being instead of them all just being in two separate timelines. I'll be curious to see them all finally come together. Ad for a watch. Citizen brand watches. But yeah. That's really my thoughts on the book. I really don't have much else to say outside of what I showed you guys here in the book. All I can say is hit the like to show your support for this series. Leave a comment with your favorite character out of the arc if you've read the arc at all so far. Comment below your favorite character. And we're back. Gonna have to edit that out a little bit there. So anyway, as I was saying, next issue comes out hopefully later by the end of this month. Comment below your favorite character from this arc. And as I was wrapping up, Conan the comic. Then again, I already talked about it for the ad, but Agnes is getting her own book. Moon Knight has his book. Conan has his. Agnes. So all I have to do now is wait for hopefully a Solomon Kane book. I'll be really excited to see if that happens, because Kane hasn't had his own comic series published in a long time. So anyway, I'll be curious about that. Hope it's done well. Anyway, and with that being said, I'll talk to you guys later. Be sure to hit that like to share support for this series and these characters. Comment below your favorite character, or Robert E. Howard story, or whatever the case may be. And be sure to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date on videos like this and for when issue 4 drops. Until then, I will see you guys next time. Take care, have a good rest of your night, and peace.